All right, let's be real. Sometimes your brain just feels like a messy sandwich. There's too much going on, stuff slipping out the sides, and no napkins in sight. That's where therapy comes in.
And we're not just talking about screaming into the void or trauma dumping on your sandwich artist. We're talking actual therapy with someone who knows what they're doing. And lucky for you, BetterHelp, our paid partner for this episode, makes it easy to get started.
No waiting rooms, no weird therapy office smells, just a quick questionnaire, and boom. You're matched with a credentialed therapist in a couple days. And if it's not a vibe, switch it up faster than you can switch up your sandwich sauce.
So if your brain feels like a chaotic group chat, do yourself a favor, go to betterhelp.com/thinkfresh or hit the link in the description for 10% off your first month. Your future self will thank you. Yo, yo, yo.
Breadheads. Last episode, we started off coming from one of the worst places in America, a prison system in the United States. But this episode, we come to you from somewhere even far worse. Eric, can you describe your location right now?
We come in peace. I'm from the park right now, Ty. I'm calling you from the park. But the weird thing about it, because we've called from the park before, I am at my laptop open in the trunk right now, and I am hotspotting, and I'm drinking a beer while standing outside my vehicle. This is the this is the only legal way I can come up with that allows me to be in a park, call you remotely, be near my car, and have an open beverage.
Dude, this is insane looking. I have you on video right now, and this is just the craziest angle. You look like you're like a Men in Black character with your district vision sunglasses on and your giant black microphone.
Yeah, dude. Definitely getting some looks here, but it does look like I'm reporting live on the crime scene here in downtown East Side.
Dude, the way the wire of the microphone is just kind of ominously going into your trunk.
Yeah. It's like bro's literally talking to his trunk right now. It's actually fucked. Yeah.
This is crazy. Wow,
I've
never seen anything more ridiculous than this.
Well, you know what, Ty? This is a creative solution because I fully expected you to see me in person today, but you decided to stay home. Even though it was a beautiful sunny day, patios are open. Our favorite pancake shop / wine garden has opened their patio at 4 today instead of 5. So I thought you'd maybe join, but I don't know. I guess dude, you have better things to do.
That is really wild that Honeybee sells like the best wine and pancakes in the city. What is up that?
And pizza.
Get some beautiful ricotta pancakes and a glass of bubbly orange all at the same time.
You could say that they're experts on the flat dough. Any kind of flat dough, like pizza or pancake, you name it.
Yeah, 100%. Pros. Yeah. So a lot going on today, Eric. You are clearly the star of this episode right now as you crush that beer with. It's just so funny that you're doing it like in a park. I can hear children playing in the background. Every time you take a swig, you just like look around. You're definitely going to get arrested live on episode.
If I have to interrogate the cops, I'll leave the mic running. Don't worry.
Thank you.
I do so much for this fucking podcast. It's unbelievable.
No kidding.
Ty, I don't know if you can see on my video feed here, there is a black box protruding into the camera. That is my 6-disc CD changer in my trunk.
Oh, wow. So if you want to change the CD-ROM, you have to pull over, get out of the vehicle, and walk to the back?
Well, that's the whole point of having 6-disc changer, Ty. You don't have to do that. You can pick one of your 6.
That's true. You're safe 6.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Rogers My 5 or whatever. Do you remember that? You have to choose 5 friends to have unlimited text with.
Those were the good old days when you got to rank your friends, like, and it changed on a weekly basis too. Felt so good.
Yeah, I know, dude. When I demoted someone out of my top 5, it was a sad day for them, but good day for me because that means I get to text a new shorty unlimited.
Dude, good day for them too because they're working up the ranks, you know.
Yeah, that's right. You've made it into my top 5. Top 5.
I feel like that was the closest that humans could get to like playing, like playing their life on a reality show, because that's what you do. Every reality show is at the end of the episode, you rank each other, and then someone gets voted off.
Yeah, exactly. There's a communal fire pit where everyone just kind of airs out their grievances, and then somebody gets
Hmm.
shot in the head.
Yeah, removed from the group chat.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what, Ty? I'm actually gonna look before I sip this time. I'm gonna do a quick scan.
Yeah, that doesn't
Yep,
look dodgy at all.
I'm allowed to sip. I'm drinking this nice Beva lager, Ty, from Beva Brewing. I've never heard of it before, but it is in North Vancouver.
Yes, I've been to Beva. They have some of the best sandwiches on the North Shore, according to
Oh wow.
Beva.
Oh wow. I really like their can design. I don't know if you can see it, but it's super dark in my trunk.
Derek showed
um,
me a pitch black can.
yeah, it's maybe that's a little better. It's like a
Yeah.
blue checker, kind of like the Croatian flag, except blue. So
Hmm.
I was drawn to it.
It's a checker time of year, so I'm here for it too.
Ty, one quick observation. I'm never, even if I'm podcasting with a beer in my trunk, I'm not the weirdest person at this park. There's two people just walked by with clipboards who are clearly looking for signatures for some kind, and I won't be entertaining that at all. I don't think.
No, you gotta. Yeah, I'll sign your petition here. Hold my mic.
Got any words?
Yeah. Anything you like to say to
Mm-hmm.
the world's worst demographic?
Yeah, exactly. To a
Uh,
couple of sandwich enjoyers and BetterHelp users.
mhm. Speaking of pure evil, Eric, we got to talk about the leaked track list for Kanye's new album.
Oh God. Yeah, there's a lot to take in there. Do you have it pulled up on your screen there?
I will right now. So Kanye posted this to Instagram or the infamous X at some point this
Mm-hmm.
week, and it's just a song titles, but the number of names listed in this track list episode titles is like more extensive than the Epstein list.
Wow. Okay, so the track was dropped, and I do recall seeing like a bunch of scribbles on like a legal notepad,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot of the songs are just like someone's first name or last name. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
there
Yeah,
was
you nailed it.
Cosby, there
Cosby, yeah,
was
track 2.
Bianca,
Yeah, track 5.
the infamous, some hate him, some love him, Hitler.
Yeah, Hitler gets 2 references, track 7 and 8. 7 is
Wow.
Hail Hitler, and 8 is Hitler, Yay, and Jesus. The real Three Musketeers right there.
Holy shit. A real three-headed snake.
Yeah.
Ty, I know there's one more. Do you want to do the honors?
Well, we're going to work our way up to that. I want to also comment on track 3, which is Free Diddy.
Oh
Track
wow.
track 5, just Bianca,
Yep.
alluding to his ex-wife, and track number 6, Virgil Let Me Down.
Damn, dude.
So funny.
Dude, this guy. It's like nothing is like you could argue that like Kanye has hidden meanings in all of his music. Like over the years, he's like really put a lot of thought into like how he wants to like convey his emotional struggles or whatever. Now he's just like letting it all go in the subject line.
100%. Like, dude, the track I'm most excited about is 11, which is track Nitrous.
Oh shit.
This is
Dude,
an
pull me off that nitrous.
insane if these are actually like actual songs for this to be the subject matter.
Ty, I'll be honest, the more I drink this beer, the more normal it feels for me to stand here with the mic in my hand in the parking lot of this park.
Talking about hailing Hitler.
Yeah. I think it's important to mention that we condone the Nazi movement.
Absolutely. We do not stand with this track list, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't
Mhm.
like good journalist integrity would be to discuss it. So
Exactly. As I
I
sip
think
this
we
Bavarian lager.
exactly. So we should talk about the most important track on this list, which is track number 9, Eric. And this one caught my attention and your attention right away because it just like all the others, it is a name, but it is not a name with the same fame as Diddy or Cosby or Hitty, we'll call him.
And if we think back to one of our previous episodes, it has declined rapidly in popularity. I don't know what it was,
Hmm.
like 2005 or whatever. Nobody named their kid Jared, and
No
that's the
one named.
name. I just leaked it.
That's the dude. There it is. Track number 9 is just Jared. I am gobsmacked. There's no like. It's like the list of like a bunch of evil celebrities, and then Jared.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's
don't
got to
know,
be our Jared, right?
dude. I can only think of one evil Jared, and it's the one who we tried to get on the pod last episode.
Yeah, exactly. There's only one evil Jared.
Yeah, I don't know what to do, Ty. Um, if this drops, do we go and listen to it? Do we avoid it at all costs? Do we play it on the episode? Like, what do we do?
I'm not really sure what to do. I don't think this is ever going to drop. I think this is simply a list of this is fantasy for Ye. I think this is just he's
Mhm.
trying to just drum up attention.
Yeah, I think it's important to mention, Ty. We heard the single for this alleged album, which is World War III. I don't
Mm.
know if you've heard the song because it did come out on YouTube, I think. Or actually, people were saying there was like a another Kanye account on like Apple Music and Spotify that had the song. Did you
Oh,
did you listen to it?
I listened to the bully music. I guess you could call it like a visual
Experience?
album.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was actually weirdly good. It
I
was really
liked it a lot.
warm and like it felt like reminiscent of old Kanye, and it had, yeah, it just had this like comfort to it, despite it. I didn't really dig into the subject matter, but I'm assuming that it was terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. I yeah, it's very. I'm assuming it's offensive. I don't know. I don't feel anything anymore. Um,
No.
but you're right. I liked it as well. Musically, it feels like Kanye's back. Like
Mhm.
honestly, it sounded better than Vultures 2 and 1. If I'm being honest, much
Yeah.
shorter, but kind of interesting production. Um, the visual was a kid, which I think was his son. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it's Saint, and
Mhm.
he was fighting a bunch of luchador wrestlers or something in a boxing ring with a inflatable mallet. Is that
Mhm.
accurate? Would you say?
That was very well described. It wasn't a real fight. It was tickle fighting, if you will. It was akin
Mhm.
to playtime with a rubber mallet.
Yeah, which was kind of cool acting on all the wrestlers' parts. I can't say the same about the kid. He's got to go to acting school, but I saw him looking at the
Send him.
camera a couple times.
Yeah. They're not teaching very good stuff at Parsons these days, are they?
Definitely not, dude. The Donda Academy does not have a strong acting program.
Wow. So yeah, I'm assuming World War III was one of the tracks on that cheeky little YouTube mockumentary of UFC.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with that because I would like to give it a second listen, but I just can't be sitting in front of my TV to listen to an album. I need that shit in the car. Like I can't be
100%.
like downloading a Vimeo link, to watch his shit. So I don't know. Hopefully he smartens up and drops it on Title.
That would be the move because I'm not paying for another streaming platform. I'm not getting YouTube music not in this lifetime. So
Hell
the
no.
best option for me is to just leave the YouTube video playing in my pocket while I listen to it on my AirPods, and that just feels so unpalatably pedestrian.
Yeah, the worst part about this album is people will see if you're listening to it, like on the train or whatever. I mean, you'll
Yeah,
just
there's
have a video of that playing.
there's no discretion anymore. It's terrible.
Hmm.
Well,
So, what do you think of the World War III single? I think it's the first track on the album.
I genuinely cannot remember which one it was. So you're gonna have to describe it to me using. Well, I guess we could try to play it. Oh no, we probably shouldn't.
I would strongly advise we do not play it because it was filled with anti-Semitic remarks, um, racial slurs, like not even like the ones that are like acceptable in music, like the really bad slurs.
Mm,
Like I'm talking about ER, like the ER ones.
uh-oh.
So yeah, we don't want to play that. We don't want to support that. But yeah, just a truly mind-boggling kind of artistic choice. I don't know, Ty. Did you see the interview with academics where Kanye was dressed in the black leather KKK outfit?
I do, dude. The look on Axe face when Kanye walked in
Dude, that
is
was
like,
some funny shit.
dude. I mean, the guy's probably thinking like, "Oh no, what did I get myself into here?"
Yeah, that was absolutely fucked up. I watched the
That
entire
was.
thing start to finish, and well, actually, I should. I lied. I watched the first, like the part where he like walks into the Chateau Marmont, which was like
Hmm.
really entertaining to see academics not find the elevator. Um, and then he walked into the room, did some stuff, moved his like Nintendo Switch. I don't know if you saw that.
I missed that. That's so funny.
Yeah, just Kanye being like a normal guy and then saying the most insane shit on in his music and on Twitter is just so strange, man. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I think he's starting to separate himself from the term normal guy. Like I don't think we have much more runway with that claim.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that term is reserved for like you could even argue Fogel was a normal guy more than Kanye. So you know
Dude,
what I'm saying?
normalcy is relative for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like as soon as somebody moves the like goalpost on normal, then everyone before them is more normal than before, if that makes sense.
And that's the crazy thing about, I think, just the internet these days is that it's radicalizing everybody. So everyone is now like a different degree of perceived normalcy than they were prior. Everyone's a little bit kookier.
Yeah. Everyone's a little kookier, and that is the world I like to live in. But I gotta say, Ty, sometimes kooky's got its limits.
It comes with some good and it comes with some bad.
Yeah,
Like this is the same world that has like the Subway Dorito nacho footlong. There's another example of bad kooky. Or
dude,
the
I have.
footlong kooky is bad kooky.
Damn, people are starting to look, Ty. I'm laughing too hard over here while talking to my trunk. Um, I gotta say, I got some nacho ingredients cooling in the fridge right now, Ty. I plan on making them on Sunday.
Oh
Any words
wow.
of advice for me, Ty?
Yeah, I think just like a good sandwich, put the toppings in the nachos, put the sauce in the nachos. This
Oh,
is what I
layer that
always do,
shit,
you see? Yeah, layer that shit. I don't want no dunking of the chip. The chip should just have all the material in the base model ready to go. You shouldn't have to like do anything additional in order to enjoy that chip.
bro. That is such a great point. If you can eat the nachos without any dip, those are some damn good nachos.
Hmm.
Would you even
Yeah,
go as far as
100%.
to gollop, gollop, gobble? I'm not sure.
Gall-
Gobble some sour cream directly onto the chip, or is it
Dude,
strictly
I'm
a
pretty
dip
sure I'm
move?
pretty sure galloping is what a horse does. It gallops.
Dude, I'm galloping to the kitchen because I'm so hungry now. But like, what is that called? A dollop? A dollop.
A dollop of gollop.
I don't know, dude. Would you put sauce directly on the chip? Is what I'm saying.
If I'm backed into a corner, I will do anything to my chip to enjoy a meal, and that includes dunking it in sour cream, guac, salsa, you name it. But it's
Hmm.
not my preference. I like to think that I'm a little bit more upscale than that. Doing the dunk, especially the double dip, it's just it's brutal, man.
All right. So be honest with me, Ty. Are you team squirt or cream team?
Are you describing whether I like a wet sauce or a creamy one?
Sure.
Creamy. A little
Yeah,
fat
hell
never
yeah,
hurt.
dude. Dude, sour cream is one of the most underrated dips of all time. If I'm being real honest, Ty. I don't know if this is groundbreaking news or a Think Fresh exclusive, but I'm going sour cream first before anything else. Salsa and guac could stay home. honestly.
Dude, it does feel groundbreaking, but I am riding along shotgun with you on this sour cream because it is
Hell
always
yeah.
like the virgin dunk when the nachos come out. The whole platter's there. I want the sour cream right in front of me, and I'm scooping all of that beautiful white essence up.
Dude, I fully agree. Um, I would go as far as to say every diner at the nacho table should have their own cream. Like we all need our own little side dish of cream because I'm eating the whole thing.
hmm It's kind of weird that like everyone has to do their own take on salsa, but what's beautiful about sour cream is there's no brand affiliation with sour cream. It's a free agent. There's no in-house sour cream, so there's no like craft variant, but there's also no like dominant like company that makes the sour cream, like a ketchup or a mustard or a hot sauce. Sour cream
Yeah,
just exists. It's like air and like with like still water. Do you want tap water? Sure. Sour cream? Sure. It's the same thing.
dude, I fully agree. Like for example, if you're choosing a hot sauce, you go, would you like Tabasco? Would you like Frank's? Would you like
hmm
Cholula? But if it's cream, you know what you're getting, Ty. It's the most straightforward of the dips.
It's so simple.
Dude, it could all be so simple.
I actually cannot even think of a dip that is simpler. Maybe guacamole, but no, that still has the the touch of the chef.
Hmm.
The chef's urge to freak the guacamole is almost
Dude, yeah.
guaranteed. Even a little onion powder in there. That would never happen with sour cream. They're not messing with the sour
Dude,
cream.
this is why I never ever order guac at Subway because I don't trust these chefs' artistic integrity there. Like, are they throwing in cilantro? Are they throwing in jalapenos? These are two divisive ingredients. And I don't know if I
hmm
trust a minimum wage employee with one working glove to to apply this green mush to my sandwich. I don't know. It's just too much of a risk for me.
Dude, I'm so afraid of the variability of the guac. In particular, I'm always worried that if I order it, all they're going to do is take a little spoon, scrape the nice thin brown layer off the top, put that on my sandwich and call it a day.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's kind of like when they sort veggies at Whole Foods. Like the oldest shit's at the front. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So if you really want the freshest gala apple, you gotta stick your hand all the way in the back, you know?
It's really ironic because in most situations you want the most beautiful version of something to be the face of it, but in the produce section it's always the ugliest representing the
Hmm.
entire bunch.
Yeah, totally. This is our front line.
Yeah, pretty embarrassing stuff.
I'd like to announce to the
Dude,
breadheads, Ty, that I finished my beer. I
oh,
drank
good.
just
I
a
am
half
proud of you.
liter in this in this pod already. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, the crazy thing is you're probably not the drunkest person in that park.
No, there's somebody dying in the corner, actually.
Nice. Eric, I
um,
want to I
but
got to show you something I saw online today.
oh, please let me
Yeah,
zoom in.
so this is taken from the Subway subreddit. One of the sandwich artists took a picture of the point of sale system and then explained that they got in trouble because they, I guess, lightly hacked it so that they could watch anime at work.
Oh shit, dude!
So the
What the
photo
fuck,
that I'm showing Eric is they've taken over the POS. This is taken in a Subway. There's like some anime girlies on the screen.
dude? I love a good waifu moment at Subway. Honestly, this seems like the right move. What's going on over there? Like, did you get any other context for this? Were people
Uh,
applauding this man's technical innovation? What was happening?
we got a bunch of other sandwich artists in the chat sounding off, just trying to figure out how he did it so they can replicate the idea. It just this is crazy. This is no joke that like every sandwich artist is just so into anime.
Dude, it's a weird coincidence, but it happens. Tyler, there's a guy on FaceTime walking beside me here.
Oh no. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't join the episode.
I mean,
You're also
honestly,
on
I'm
FaceTime.
inclined to invite him.
Okay, Eric. I'm just gonna zoom in this picture a little bit more because I want to show you one other detail of it. The sandwich artist point of sale system has a keyboard, and the keyboard has been saran wrapped. Do you see
Oh,
that?
dude. Honestly, absolutely brilliant design by the Subway franchise. I think that's actually really smart. I think
Yeah,
all offices should do that too.
I agree. Just a pack of saran wrap next to every single keyboard. Uh,
Dude, brilliant.
Double wrap it if you need to keep yourself protected, but I don't want to get any like what an Eric, you're really good at acronyms. There's an acronym known as an STI, which is something that's transmitted to you, but you can protect it with a little bit of plastic.
Hmm.
What does STI stand for in this context?
Well, in this context, hi, it stands for sandwich transferred infection. Okay. It's going directly from the sandwich to the keyboard, which then goes to the user, unfortunately. Um, this is bad
Dude,
news for all artists out there.
you think the sandwich the Subway franchise owner? Oh my god, I can't get over how good you are at acronyms. You're like the Harry Mack of acronyms.
Luckily,
Um,
I was thinking about it before you even asked. That's just how my brain is wired.
wow. So the sandwich artist is already wearing rubber gloves. This is the thing; they've already gloved up. So this is a second layer of protection on from this, so that they don't muck up the keyboard with their mayo covered fingertips.
It's funny because they teach you in sex ed to never double tarp it. You know what I mean? Double tarping is a myth that has been long debunked. It does not double your chances of impregnating someone. It only increases them. So
Mhm.
um, I don't know if I said that right,
You
but
didn't, but that's. I think the breadheads understood. Yeah, dude.
it
So
doubles
there's a
your
fallacy here.
chances of being a real dude.
You're just
I don't know,
doubling the chances of wasting your rubber.
dude. You're wasting all kinds of valuable materials that could be used to build Teslas.
We need to get that rubber off the keyboard and get it on some tires.
Ty, I am not suitable to drive. Can you pick me up? I'm scared.
I'm coming for you. I'll put some rubber on the road so you don't have to.
Thank you, thank you. Um, where did we net out with the Jared song?
I think we have a strong hypothesis. We know which Jared's it's about, and I think we're both very excited to be proven correct.
Dude, fuck, man. I really don't want Kanye to go down the kiddie porn route. I really don't want that. I
No,
don't know, dude. I can see it coming.
yeah, I can too. And when it does, it'll just be another notch in the on the list of. I don't know, man. I don't know what we're gonna do about this guy, but at a certain point, maybe we do have to stop reporting on him.
I mean, that's what he's kind of wanting, I guess. He wants us to talk about him. Um, but we're not going to put the proverbial sandwich wrap on this keyboard. You know what I'm saying? We're going to
Hmm.
report it as is. So
Yeah,
that's
this
where we're
story
at.
isn't done yet.
Ty, I want to talk to you a bit about wrapping up. I'm not talking about this episode. I'm talking about wrapping up your keyboard. I absolutely hate when I show up to the WeWork and there's crumbs on the shared desk. Why is that?
bro, when have you ever been to a WeWork?
When I
Where
say
you caught
WeWork,
dead in there?
dude, WeWork, I'd be surprised to hear if they're even around still. But when I say WeWork, I mean any office job where you don't have a
Gotcha.
personal desk or office.
Any
You
hot
have a
desk type situation.
hot desk, hot sandwich. You figure it out.
Yeah, either way, there's crumbs, and only one of these situations is it appropriate. Because I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're talking about, Eric. There are some crummy people out there who do not respect shared spaces, and they're eating their footlongs, and they're leaving a little bit behind for the mice and for you.
dude. If I owned a company, and I'm not talking about this one because this one is a fully remote podcast. um, so remote that I'm standing in the middle of a park. But if I owned a company, I would absolutely ban meeting over lunch, eating at your desk, and any food of any sorts. Actually, just no food allowed anywhere near the computers.
Yeah, I
How do you feel about
completely
that?
agree. I would
I
also
think Subway's
ban
on the same
coffee.
page. You would ban
Uh,
what? Sorry.
I would ban talking as well. I think that's the words. Small talk is just the crumbs of conversation.
That's right. If you're talking, you're not working. Get your hands
Hmm.
in the gloves, and they should be knuckle deep in my sandwich.
Yeah, dude. Hands in the glove, dude. Gloves on, elbows up. Get in there.
Yeah. If your elbows aren't flared, I'm gonna call you out for having bad sandwich form.
Oh yeah, you got. I would imagine that the sandwich artist posture and the white collar worker have similar. They're similar posture angles. You know, the neck is just keeled over a little bit. Although I bet you, like natural selection is going to make better sandwich artists over time because to look down at a foot long is not too different than looking down at a cell phone.
Wait, hold on. Are you telling me that sandwich artists are developing tech neck?
Yeah, they're getting some sort of neck. I don't know what we call that one though.
Dude, they're not getting no neck, that's for sure. They're getting a pain in their lower back. not not any kind of good kind of neck, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's a hump of some sort, not a good
Yeah.
kind.
They're looking like Mr. Hunchback.
Yeah,
That's a character, right?
the Hunchback of uh, Nutri Dam.
Oh yes, of course. Of course. What's his story?
Hmm.
What's up with that guy, man?
I never really. I don't even know what is that the name of the movie. I have no clue. I just know the motif. I know he looks like he collects cans,
Yeah.
and
He's actually
and
got
I
the fentanyl lean.
he's probably got like a lovable side that people discover when they get to know him, and that's the end of the story. I can only guess. And that's
Yeah.
typically not how the sandwich artist story goes. So maybe they're not as
Yep.
close as we think.
Unfortunately, Ty, the 2025 version of the Hunchback of Notre Dame is all of the fent addicts on downtown East Side. It's the Hunchback of Hastings, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. And they are there's an army of them. It's a tragedy.
I'm
But
curious,
you know
Ty.
what? That's just that is ample potential sandwich artists. Like everyone with a hunch like that has the potential to get behind the line.
You're
It makes
so
them
right,
more
dude. If anything, they're like kind of built for it. Like they're like
Mhm.
perfectly 90 degrees, bent at the hips, doing a perfect good morning pose. You know what I mean? They're ready to, um, yeah, get real close to
If
that sandwich.
if I was a franchise owner driving down Hastings Street, I would just think that this is a very hireable workforce.
Yeah, dude, look at all these prospects.
Exactly. Got a lot of leads here.
Wow. Yeah, no kidding. Do you think the sandwich artists in our area, it's like hot sandwich artists in your area, hot single sandwich artists, do you think they're trained specifically to deal with murderers and drug addicts? Because like a lot of them kind of hang around outside the subway. I'm sure a lot of them go in and cause a
Mhm.
problem. So I don't know. Do you think that's in the onboarding document?
Yeah, I'd imagine that it is. Well, maybe not actually, Eric. No, I don't think it is. And I'm going to tell you why. Even when I make the sandwich artists a little bit uncomfortable, I can see a bead of sweat go down their forehead. I can see them trembling at just the idea of meeting all my requests.
Yeah, they get a little clammy. They start huffing and puffing.
And now
They
I'm
start
a big
saying things like
softie.
"Yes, sir." Yeah.
So if they're gonna struggle with a little guy like me, then I don't know how they're gonna deal with an erratic person who's not even there to do anything but cause trouble.
Hmm. Yeah, dude. I mean, they're definitely not trained. I don't think it's in the subway budget, unfortunately. They're busy
No,
developing new ways to cure meat or something. I'm not sure.
yeah, they've invented a brand new type of tuna fish in the lab.
They invented a new kind of fish. That's crazy. Like this fish got arms.
Yeah, dude, the fish has extra appendages, so now we can offer wings on the menu.
Yeah. That's fire.
It's a
Um,
flying fish.
I saw a video yesterday, Ty. Maybe it was this morning of a fish swimming while headless. Somebody had cut the head
Mm,
off of a fish, I guess, after they caught it, and then it was just start swimming. They dropped it in the water and it kept going.
damn. It was fine, or was it clearly going to die and it was just like the reflexology of the body.
I think it was, I don't know, you could say its nervous system was feeling nervous. I'll just
But
say
it
that.
was chilling.
Yeah, it was kind of chilling at the same time. I don't know. It wasn't moving very fast, but it was flapping its tail. So it's hard to
Dude,
say.
it got severed. That's all that happened.
Whoa,
It's got
yeah.
its innie the water and outie the water.
Oh shit. It's kind of like our online personas, if you think about it, Ty. When we sever this microphone, we become different people.
Dude, I haven't talked about Kanye off mic in years.
Yeah, I have nobody to talk about it too, so that's why we're, on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about the noise. There's a Amazon truck directly behind me now. He has AirPods in, but nobody seems to question him.
Is he also crushing a tall boy?
Not that I'm aware of. It could be in the cup holder. I'll have to take
Yeah,
a
it
look.
probably is. It'd be a tough
Yeah,
job if you weren't day drinking all day. I don't think I could do it.
definitely not. Um, Ty, I'm getting cold standing here. Should we wrap this up?
Yes, let's wrap this up. Let's double wrap this, keyboard and all. Breadheads,
Hell yeah.
thank you for listening. We appreciate you, and have a really well wrapped weekend.
Likewise. Ciao.
Ciao.